It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So, I'm having trouble getting writing jobs because I don't have much of a portfolio. I mean, other than some journalistic things I did 3-4 years ago, in the past year, all the writing that I've done has been about reviewing bands, and the reviews are for KSCU, so they're really short, and it doesn't really make me look like a good writer because a lot of the reviews end abruptly. I'm just following the style that they want, which is fine, but at the same time it makes it look like I don't know how to write correctly. It just depends on your audience. When you've got a little 3-paragraph review on the front of a CD, you don't need a beginning and an end, you just need to get to the point and move on. So if you go to joelshitshow.com and look at the KSCU music reviews, it's the folder that's just called KSCU category, then you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just, here's a bunch of text, next review. It doesn't make me look like a good writer. And I don't always have time. Like yesterday I wrote a thing about Twitter. I've totally got Twitter figured out. People just want to be heard. People don't even care if they're heard. They just want to talk. It's like my show. I just want to talk. I don't care if anybody watches. What are you doing? Watch something else. Nothing to see here. So I decided to write about something else I know a lot about, and that's fantasy baseball. So I'm going to start writing a daily fantasy baseball column on my website. And if you go to joelshitshow.com, you won't see it yet unless you're not watching this right away, because I'm still writing it. But the idea is to put one up every day, but I think it's going to take too long. We'll see. There's a lot going on in baseball. Really, just writing one about closers alone would be enough, but we'll see. Yeah, you'll see it on the home page because, you know, it'll be the 10 newest posts there, and one will be this episode, and, you know, I don't think I'm going to do 9 other things that's going to push it down. So be on the lookout for that. If you're into fantasy baseball, I will help you win because it's something I know a lot about. It's definitely a strong suit for me, and I'll be able to show that I can write a little bit, so that'll be nice. Went to the Sharks game last night. The Sharks played the Nashville Predators, and the first period was weird. Sharks got a quick goal to make it 1-0, and then Nashville got 2 weird goals. There was like this weird knuckleballing puck that went to Nabby's left. It gained a buck off the goalie. He's like, oh yeah, I'll get it. Oh, whoops. And it went in. Tie score. 1-1. Then Sharks on the power play, and they passed it back to the point, and whoever was on the point was like, huh? Oh, whoops. So, breakaway, shorthanded goal. That was a nice goal. So now 2-1. And then with 5 seconds left, there's just everyone piled in front of the net, bunch of players on the ground, and then somehow Milan Mihalik, he shoots the puck, and then it goes off the goalie's kicker and into the net, ties it at 2. And so we're like, wow, what a weird first period. The Sharks didn't play well, but they're tied. Second period, Brad Staubitz beats the shit out of Jordan Tootoo. And I hope that you can find that fight on hockeyfights.com or here on YouTube or somewhere, because, oh my God, I've never seen a fight like that before. Staubitz just beat the guy up like he was saying something about his mom. And when they were done, there was blood all over the ice, above the sand in San Jose at center ice, and they tried to scrape it off, and the Zamboni went over it after the second period, and there were still a couple of dots of red above the end in San Jose. I was like, man, if only they had fought over the E, then they could have put the accent mark that mysteriously shows up in San Jose from time to time. But, yeah, Brad Staubitz is some rookie, and he beat the crap out of Jordan Tootoo. So, man, it must suck to play for Nashville. Not only do you play for Nashville, but you get beat up by a rookie. Oh, man. Jordan Tootoo, that's your fighter. You look at the penalty minute list, he's the only guy with 100 minutes. Oh, boy. Yeah, maybe they'll make the playoffs. Maybe they'll play the Sharks again. They always seem to play the Sharks in the playoffs, and it's nice because without Nashville, who has San Jose really beaten in the playoffs? With any consistency. I mean, you know, they've beaten other teams, but Nashville is the team they beat up on, literally last night, as a matter of fact. So then, no one scores the rest of the second. Third period is actually pretty boring. They went about 6 minutes from about 7-something left in the third until 1:20 was left in the third without a stoppage in play. And it was so bad that people started doing the wave. You don't do a wave at a hockey game. What the fuck is wrong with you? So anyway, goes to overtime, and Nashville just wants the point. They're on the road. They're in the playoff hunt. Why risk getting nothing? So they're playing like the New Jersey Devils, and they got this rookie goalie who's got 2 Ks and 2 Ns in his name, and he looks pretty good. And honestly, it was like watching New Jersey. Same kind of boring offense. It was just bad for hockey. So then it goes to the shootout, and Jonathan Cheechoo, who's always sucked in the shootout, but he got the winner the other day, got the winner again last night, so he must have figured something out, so good for him. And Joe Pavelski, I think, got the other goal, I don't remember, but he had 2-1 in the shootout, and we all went home happy. Sharks got their 2 points, and this is exactly what sucks about how the points are given out in the NHL, because why do the Sharks get 2 points for playing like crap and winning in a shootout when they could have won the game 4-0 and gotten 2 points that way? They should do like they were doing in soccer. Maybe they still do it this way. I don't know. 3 points in every game, because some games you give away 2 points, some games you give away 3. That's not fair either. Maybe San Jose wants Nashville to make the playoffs. They want Nashville to do well, so they helped them out by letting it go into overtime and gave them the free point. It's stupid. If you want to have the shootout, fine. Here's what you do. 3 points in the game. If you win the game in regulation, you get all 3 points. If you lose the game in overtime or in a shootout, you get 1 point, and the other team only gets 2 for winning, just like it is now. I don't want to hear, oh, well, it's going to ruin all the point records, the President's Trophy, blah, blah, blah. It's already ruined. The Sharks already have over 100 points. And it's because of all the games they've won in the shootout, all the games they've won in overtime. They should not be getting 2 points for those games. So you either switch it back to the way it was, where there's no shootout and there's just ties, and you don't get a point for losing in overtime, so it's just 2 points for the winner, or 1 point for each team if it's a tie, or you go to the 3-point thing like they do in the Major League Soccer, the MLS. So, pick one. Otherwise, you're giving teams free points. And Florida Panthers beat a team they were supposed to beat. Toronto Maple Leafs. They're better than some teams still. I don't know if Brian McCabe's back yet. Maybe he's out forever. I haven't really looked into it, but the absence of Brian McCabe has really hurt that team. They're the 9 seed now. Remember they were the 6 seed and they were like 5 points ahead of the 9 seed at the time? Not anymore. The Panthers are in danger of missing the playoffs again. I guess we'll just have to see. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.